Thank you very much for your introduction to your very ambitious plans for the future of Armenia. Why did you abolish the Ministry of Diaspora? Today, the diaspora is in a kind of a... Is that true? This is what we heard in the newspapers.
We are thinking on that. Not yet. The decision wasn't made yet.
It hasn't been done yet because this is what we read. The diaspora is in a kind of a disarray.
Yeah.
And it has to have some kind of a channeled growth towards Armenia now. Do you have any plans for this at all, or?
Yeah, thank you for question. You know, our task to make the work of our government more efficient. What's wrong with this topic, with the Ministry of Diaspora? I can explain. The Minister of Diaspora has, for example, a duty to make activity in the field of education in the diaspora. But the same duty has the Ministry of Education. And we have two ministries doing the same thing in the same place and disturbing each other, because the body that should create a policy of national education is Ministry of Education. But we saw within last 8 months many contradictions between two ministries in terms of what we should educate in the diaspora schools, and how with which kind of manuals, etc. That we need to have one policy in education field, because we need also to make the identity of Armenians in diaspora and in Armenia closer. But I'm afraid that our current policy make our identity more and more different. And the existence of two ministries in field of education, one of the cause of that. The same situation we have in the field of culture, which we have two policy in the culture in terms of culture. One policy for Armenians in Armenia, and the other policy for Armenians living outside Armenia, outside of Armenia. And I think it is a big problem, because our task to bring our people together, not separate them. And I think, and all we know, that the education and culture are the general tool to create national identity. And as we now are going in the way to create different national identity, that means that we makes our ties weaker and weaker. Now there are some other examples. All our ministries have some duty connected with diaspora, and in fact the Ministry of Diaspora repeating the functions of the other ministries, and in fact the other ministries and the Ministry of Diaspora very often disturb each other. Our views to bring all this function and activity together, and I think that it would be better to have a function of special ambassador of Prime Minister, which will work special ambassador on diaspora, that will be able to coordinate all activities of all ministries connected with the diaspora, and he will be representative of Prime Minister, and he will be able to coordinate all activities and represent Prime Minister in the diaspora, and represent Prime Minister in the ministries, and bring together all policies that we have toward diaspora. That's our general idea, and our idea to make our policy toward diaspora more and more efficient.